Imagine a hotel with an infinite number of rooms, each neatly numbered, 1, 2, 3, and so on, stretching endlessly into the horizon. This is Hilbert's Hotel, a mind-bending thought experiment that challenges our understanding of infinity, first proposed by the German mathematician David Hilbert. At first glance, the hotel seems like any other, but its infinite nature leads to some truly paradoxical and astonishing scenarios. Let's begin with a simple situation. Suppose every room in this infinite hotel is occupied. There's a guest in room 1, another in room 2, and so on, forever. Now, a new guest arrives at the front desk, hoping to check in. In a normal hotel, if every room is full, there's simply no space. But Hilbert's hotel is different. The manager simply asks every guest to move from their current room to the room with the next highest number. The guest in room 1 moves to room 2. The guest in room 2 moves to room 3, and so on. Now, room 1 is vacant, ready for the new arrival. Despite being completely full, the hotel has made space for one more guest. But what if a bus with an infinite number of new guests pulls up? In a finite hotel, this would be impossible to accommodate. Yet, in Hilbert's hotel, it's not a problem. The manager instructs each current guest to move to the room numbered twice their current room number. So, the guest in room 1 moves to room 2, the guest in room 2 moves to room 4, the guest in room 3 to room 6, and so on. Now all the odd-numbered rooms, 1, 3, 5, 7, and so forth, are empty. An infinite set of rooms ready for the infinite new guests. Each new guest from the bus is assigned to one of these odd-numbered rooms, the first guest to room 1, the second to room 3, the third to room 5, and so on. Once again, the hotel, despite being full, has a room for infinitely more guests. Now, imagine an even wilder scenario. What if an infinite number of infinitely large buses arrive, each carrying an infinite number of guests? Can Hilbert's Hotel still accommodate them all? The answer, astonishingly, is yes. The manager assigns a unique room number to each guest using a clever mathematical trick called pairing functions. Each guest is identified by two numbers, the bus they came on and their seat number on that bus. Using a system that pairs these two numbers in a unique way, every guest, from every bus, finds their own unique room. No matter how many infinite groups arrive, there's always room for more. These paradoxes highlight some of the strange and counterintuitive properties of infinity. In the finite world, adding more to something full is impossible. But in the world of the infinite, the rules are different. In Hilbert's Hotel, full doesn't mean no vacancy. There's always room for more, no matter how many arrive. But what happens if some guests decide to leave? Suppose every guest in an odd-numbered room checks out. Since there are infinitely many odd-numbered rooms, it might seem like the hotel would now be half empty. But in the infinite, things don't work as we expect. The guests in even-numbered rooms are still occupying infinitely many rooms. The hotel is still full in a strange sense, even though infinitely many have left. Let's take this even further. Suppose every guest in a room numbered higher than 3 checks out. Now, only rooms 1, 2, and 3 are occupied. The infinite hotel, once bustling with endless guests, now has just 3. Infinity isn't a number in the way we're used to. It's a concept, a way of describing something that goes on forever. Subtracting infinity from infinity doesn't always leave you with 0. It can leave you with infinity or with a finite number, depending on how you do it. Hilbert's Hotel helps us see that infinity is not just a really big number. It's a different kind of quantity altogether, one that defies our everyday intuition. In mathematics, this leads to the idea of different sizes of infinity. For example, the infinity of natural numbers, 1, 2, 3, and so on, is called countable infinity. But there are even larger infinities, like the set of all real numbers between 0 and 1, which can't be matched up 1-to-1 with the natural numbers. These infinities are uncountable, a concept even more vast and mysterious. The paradoxes of Hilbert's Hotel have real implications in mathematics and philosophy. They force us to think carefully about what we mean by infinity and how we use it. In mathematics, dealing with infinity requires rigorous definitions and careful logic. Because our everyday experiences just don't prepare us for the strange behavior of the infinite. So, next time you think of something as infinite, like the stars in the sky or the grains of sand on a beach, remember Hilbert's Hotel. In the Infinite Hotel, there's always room for more, no matter how full it seems. Infinity isn't just a number beyond all others. It's a doorway into a realm where the usual rules no longer apply, and where the impossible becomes possible. Hilbert's Hotel invites us to stretch our minds, to imagine beyond the limits of the finite, and to marvel at the strange and beautiful world of the infinite. It's a reminder that mathematics is not just about numbers and equations, but about ideas that challenge and expand our understanding of reality itself.